If you or someone close to you is married to a U.S. citizen or green card holder, then what I'm about to tell you could have a serious impact on your life. The U.S. immigration landscape is once again shifting, and this time, it's under the influence of former President Donald Trump's 2025 agenda. Yes, we're talking about new rules that could reshape how green cards are issued to immigrant spouses. Whether you're in the middle of applying, planning to apply soon, or just trying to understand what's changing, you need to hear this. These aren't just rumors. These are real, developing policies that could determine how long you wait, how much you pay, and even whether or not your application gets approved at all. Trump's team is signaling a return to tougher scrutiny on marriage-based immigration. That means longer interviews, more documentation, and stricter financial requirements. There's talk of raising the income bar for sponsors, adding new eligibility checks, and even reintroducing controversial rules like the public charge test. And while nothing is final yet, insiders are already seeing changes in how cases are being handled. Green card applicants are facing longer delays, more requests for evidence, and deeper investigations into their personal lives. In today's video, I'm breaking it all down for you, in simple language that makes sense. I'll explain what's changing, why it matters, and how you can stay ahead of the curve. This isn't just about politics. It's about families, real people, trying to stay together, build a future, and follow the legal path to permanent residency in the U.S. And with these new developments, being informed isn't just helpful. It's essential. So, if you're in a cross-border marriage, or you simply care about the future of immigration policy in America, stay with me. You don't want to miss what's coming. And if you find this information helpful, or you know someone who needs to hear it, tap that like button now. It helps this content reach more families who are trying to navigate the same confusing system. Let's dive in. Let's start by painting a clear picture of what's actually at stake here. Marriage-based green cards have long been considered one of the more straightforward pathways to lawful permanent residency in the United States. But that doesn't mean they're easy. The process is already lengthy and filled with paperwork. It involves proving the legitimacy of your marriage, passing a medical exam, showing that you or your sponsor can financially support yourselves, and, most significantly, demonstrating that you are not likely to become a public charge in the U.S. And now, with Trump's 2025 agenda stirring the pot, that process could become even more burdensome. Sources within immigration law circles are already reporting a noticeable shift. Immigration officers appear to be more aggressively vetting marriage applications, asking deeper questions in interviews, and sending out a higher number of RFEs, requests for evidence. This kind of approach can be incredibly stressful for couples who are genuinely in love and simply want to build a life together. But to immigration authorities, the line between fraud and fact is always razor thin. And under Trump's policies, it seems like every applicant is being treated with heightened suspicion. So what exactly is being proposed or hinted at for 2025? First, there's the issue of financial sponsorship. Previously, a sponsor had to show income of at least 125% of the federal poverty guideline to qualify. That threshold might now be increased, making it harder for lower or middle-income families to meet the standard. This would disproportionately affect younger couples or those where one spouse is still studying or just starting their career. The idea, according to Trump's advisors, is to ensure that no new immigrants rely on government assistance, but in practice, it means even responsible, hardworking families might struggle to meet the new bar. Then there's the return of the public charge rule. This was a controversial policy introduced during Trump's first term, later rolled back by the Biden administration. It allowed immigration officers to deny green cards to anyone they believed might use public benefits in the future. Benefits like Medicaid, food stamps, or housing assistance. The language in this policy was vague and far-reaching, allowing too much discretion at the officer level. Now, in 2025, discussions suggest that Trump may seek to reinstate this policy with even tighter restrictions. The result? Families are left in limbo. People are scared. Many are delaying their applications altogether, unsure of whether they'd be approved or if it's even worth the risk. Legal clinics are flooded with questions. Immigration attorneys are already advising clients to gather excessive proof, shared leases, joint bank accounts, photos from vacations, witness affidavits, just to convince the USCIS that their marriage is real. It's exhausting, but in this climate, it's necessary. Another aspect being floated is extending the waiting time for adjustment of status, especially for applicants who are already in the US on a visa. Currently, the wait can range from 8 months to over a year depending on the service center. But if stricter scrutiny and additional verification become standard, these wait times could easily double. For couples hoping to start families, buy homes, or even just settle down, these delays aren't just inconvenient, they're heartbreaking. Beyond the bureaucracy, let's talk about the emotional toll. Being in a cross-border relationship is already a journey filled with sacrifices. One partner often leaves behind family, language, career, and culture to start over in a new country. The uncertainty that these new rules bring adds a layer of fear and anxiety that can seriously strain even the strongest relationships. Imagine waking up every day wondering if your spouse will be denied residency because of an income number, or a mistake made on a form, or a simple misunderstanding at an interview. That's the reality many couples are living in right now. And then there's the political side. Trump's rhetoric around immigration has always been polarizing. His 2025 policies are no exception. Supporters argue that the changes are necessary to protect American resources and reduce fraud. Critics say it's a veiled attempt to discourage legal immigration altogether, especially from developing countries. But no matter which side of the political spectrum you're on, the truth is that real families are caught in the crossfire. It's also worth noting that Trump's influence extends beyond just executive orders. Immigration courts, judges, and even the USCIS officers themselves can be affected by the tone set at the top. If leadership signals a crackdown, those on the front lines of processing applications often follow suit, even before the policies are officially changed. This means that even if Trump's new rules aren't codified yet, their impact is already being felt today. So what can you do about it? First and foremost, stay informed. Immigration rules change quickly, and not knowing the latest updates can put your case at serious risk. Subscribe to reliable immigration channels, talk to licensed attorneys, and make sure your documentation is thorough and accurate. Secondly, prepare for longer processing times and be ready to demonstrate your relationship's authenticity in every possible way. The more prepared you are, the better your chances. And lastly, stay hopeful. Yes, the road may be tougher in 2025, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. Thousands of couples still succeed every year in securing lawful permanent residence through marriage. With the right information, legal support, and emotional resilience, you can too. This isn't just another policy change. It's a potential turning point for marriage-based immigration. Whether you agree or disagree with the politics behind it, the consequences will be deeply personal for many. If you've made it this far into the video, I truly hope it's because you care, whether it's about your own case or someone else's. And if this video helped you understand the landscape a little better, please take a moment to like it. Your support not only helps this content reach others who need it, but it also keeps these important conversations going. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates. You're not alone in this journey. We're in it together.